Well, what's up, man? It's Trelo, and I got
Birdie here.
and we locked in with Country Fan Mail, about to get it in. Appreciate you for having us, man.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy KlueDaDon's Country Fan Mail Podcast, another motherfucking episode. Goddamn, season 5, episode 16, I believe, but I can't remember. Y'all just know how I get it in. But anyways, we back with another one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been seeing us drop a lot more episodes recently, a lot more interviews, because we slipped for a little bit, and we back in this motherfucker now. That's all that matters. And really excited to have the next two gentlemen on the stage. I'm not gonna call them a. I don't know if they could consider themselves a group or not, but I'm not gonna call them a group because I've been listening to each one of them individually and also been listening to them collectively. And one thing that I appreciate about them, before I even bring them to the stage, one thing that I appreciate about them is that when you have people that try to come together with joint projects and they just sound just alike, motherfucker. Just like everything is just the same. It's kind of like, well, what the fuck was the point? But these people, these two, they have such a contrast and also such a but they sound good together. You know what I'm saying? They make that shit mash together, and I really appreciate the flow. I appreciate the candidness. I appreciate the honesty in their lyrics, and I appreciate just what I'm saying. Like I feel like they talking about some shit that what I'm saying motherfuckers should be talking about, especially when you really trying to make something shake at this time. So without further ado. Country Family Podcast introducing, to the stage for the very first time, motherfucking Trelo and Burger. What's going on with you, G?
What's good,
What's
man?
good?
What's
What's
good?
good? What's good?
Already, man. I appreciate y'all coming out to the stage.
No, we appreciate you for having us, man.
For sure, appreciate you for having us.
Already, man. Already it's easy, man. Like I said, folk reach out, man. I was hella excited. I listened to y'all's music and got a sneak peek to the album that's about to drop out. But before we even get into that, man, I have to ask y'all, what was the first song that y'all listened to when y'all woke up this morning?
Man, honestly, the first song I think I just listened to was I think it was a Hot Boy Polo G song.
Okay.
Like that, you heard that? That what the fuck? Like remix.
Nah, I ain't heard that shit, but I'm gonna play that shit right after. Although this motherfucker, that shit sound hard.
They like based the video around him. He's locked up in jail right now. So Polo G, it was Hot Boy song. Polo G hopped on the remix while he's in jail. To keep his name going. Shot a video in his hood. Everybody had the tees on. Free Hot Boy. Man, it was
That's
really
dope.
that's
That's dope
dope.
as fuck. Hell yeah. What about you, bro?
Man, I don't know what the first song was. I was just playing those. Now I'm like 10 in. I'm like 10 to 12 in now, bro. I don't remember what the first one was, but I know I was going hard to just start Lido earlier though. Yeah,
For
start
sure.
Lido playing like right before we got on here. So you know what I'm saying?
Already, man. Yeah, I like to ask that question, man, because I feel like it gives me a good mind, a good framework of, if not necessarily how you feel on a regular, it gives me a good know how you feel at the moment or how you feel today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless of what you listen to. And it's like, if I'm being 100% honest, like from the moment I got up and I had to go back to the sneak peek of the album that I was given, saying by your team. And this is the first time that I was actually given a full length album. Like, yo, this shit's not even like fully mastered yet. Like, we about to let y'all in. Like, I was like, when I tell you I was excited. So I'm gonna ask you to help me pronounce it again because I already fucking forgot. Is it Boisier or Boisier?
Bossier City, Louisiana.
Bossier with Love, from Bossier with Love, man. So tell me about this album, man, because I mean, I'm trying to tell you from every track, from Congratulations all the way to What's Understood to what's some other tracks on that motherfucker that y'all had me fucking tripping on, man. I'm not gonna get too long with it, man. I just want y'all to tell me, like, what was it like making that project, and what does it mean to y'all?
It was actually fun, man. Like we didn't know. To be honest with you, we didn't know all these songs was gonna be that big. Like they just came together. Like it was just making sense. Uh, we started off slow, I think, in the process. Then after that, it was like the first two songs was kind of slow. But after that, it was like boom, 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 and it wasn't just like fast put together ideas. It was like creative ideas, but fast at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree, man. I would say uh, it wasn't that intentional. Like, you know what I'm saying? People often think like when they hear that we had a project together, damn. So what's the goal? What y'all trying to accomplish? Like we got that throughout the creation process when we brought features in and stuff. We didn't have an answer because it wasn't a goal at the end. We was just like meshing, making. We was creating, and that shit just start rolling, and it just turned into something that started making sense. I would say about 5 songs in, it started making a lot of sense. Like, we got a direction. It feel like where we touching stuff and we talking about some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? You probably can hear it through.
Yeah.
It became real down to earth. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's real relatable. We just started talking about like real stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely one thing that I would definitely say about the album is that it's hella relatable. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you from the South or you not, it's hella relatable on so many different fields.
Alright, listen. If y'all tired of having all that drama in your interviews, asking all those stupid questions, not even taking the chance to get to know you, come interview with Country Fan Man.
And one song that I definitely do want to tap into is Some Days. And that track right there really actually had me fucked up because yeah, like when homie was like when homie was mentioning 10,000 hours, and a lot of people don't understand when it comes to when you putting this shit into a game, putting in those 10,000 hours. I think about it when it comes to my podcast, and I know artists think about it when it comes to their writing, and that's when you become a master of that shit. And then you immediately flipped it and was like, if I ain't at 10,000 hours, I gotta be a half of the motherfucker. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like it was like literally, it just fucked me up. And then I'm thinking that this is the antithesis of the motherfucker, and then this motherfucker slide in and be like, he says just like Freeze, I'm not even at my final form. I said, what? Oh my god. So yeah, man, like so just sticking on that track right there, like what the fuck was going on in y'all's mind? Cause that shit was wild. Y'all spit, y'all went in.
And I think he mostly came with most of the songwriting with, and the chorus was his idea. Like he came to me about it. I didn't really hear it at first. I was like,
hey, he was almost trashing it. He was almost trashing the song, man. I'm like, bro, hold on, give me some time with it. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Let me put it together. So it was like I heard it and I thought, okay, I like the feel of this. Like some days, and I didn't have that what you heard in the background with the choir feel to it. It wasn't there initially. Like it was just gaps. It was just like some days, and I was trying to figure out what can go right here. And so when I went to the studio to record it, to pitch him the recorded idea, I had the idea as I was recording, like some days, and I was like, "Ooh, that'll bring some soul to it." And so I did it, and I made a reference. And I mean, I just called singers in every studio session. I say like another person came and added stuff as they came and did other songs. I was like, hey, add your vocals to this. Add your vocals to this. Hey, I need a singer. Hey, come add your vocals. And so that's how I ended up becoming that choir feel. But like as I got into writing the song, though, some days the idea with the verse, it was just like one of those days where you know what I'm saying, you put that work in like that, and you know what you done did, and you know how far you gotten, you know what I'm saying, and you just kind of be like, damn, if I done did this much work and I ain't really where I want to, desire to be, it's kind of almost like you have those times where you gotta be like, well, I gotta keep going. Some days it's hard, some days it's like rewarding because then we get somebody like you, like what you doing, giving a lot of affirmation. You took the time to listen before, you excited about it, you showing an interest in it. Those the times where the rewarding part come in. We like, damn, that shit actually hit. That shit felt like he relate to that. He know, you know what I'm saying? That nigga know what's going on. Yeah. So that's the thing, bro. And people don't get that. Sometimes it's just like a block where you just like, damn, bro, we still ain't really, nigga, we supposed to be here, especially at times, you know, sometimes you see other things happening and you feel like, damn, if this happening over here, bro, this shit's supposed to be happening over here too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%, man. I feel that shit. You know, I feel like, you know, when it comes to being a creative in any type of aspect, whether it is, you know, as I said before, being a podcast or being an artist, when you put shit out there and when you put the time into it, you be like, is somebody feeling this shit? Is somebody actually listening to this shit? Like, is somebody actually ingesting what I'm putting out into this motherfucker? And honestly, I picked that up with y'all's project so much because, for one, I feel like y'all had fun while doing it. And then I just felt like y'all was just really, like I said, y'all really just talking y'all shit, you know. So I ain't gonna lie, like the first, you know, when I saw the when I saw the email come in, I saw the Dropbox, I was like, oh shit. I thought it was like 2 tracks. I was like, oh shit, this is better than what I got before. It was a full track list. I was like, nigga. So I played congratulations immediately. I was at work. No lie. I was at work and my boss, hey, charge me later, nigga. I was at work and motherfucking hit congratulations in my AirPods, and I was like, oh my God. Like, y'all, like it was an immediate vibe because, for one, like, it's crazy because since I didn't discover y'all immediately, I had to figure out who y'all were, and when y'all rapped, I had to be like, okay, this sounds like, I not trying to be crazy. This sounds like the light skinned nigga, and then this sounds like the dark skinned nigga. That's how I had it in my head, right? I was just like, all right, cool, and then I had to be like, all right, let's just dive into research. Then I started listening to y'all stuff individually, and I was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying, kind of getting into it. So before I get too deep, I just kind of want to reel it back a little bit. Like, tell me about how it was growing up in Bossier.
You got it?
Bossier, Louisiana. Yeah. Tell me how it was growing up, you know what I'm saying? Then kind of how y'all connected.
The growing up part, it was like small city. You gonna know everybody pretty much. Growing up, man, it was mostly like an adventure all the time. You know, being in Louisiana, you never know what's gonna happen every day. So every day was basically experience. You know, you got the good and the bad, whatever you make out of it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like us, like the background of it, we actually went to school together. Uh, and we were both doing music in school.
I remember that line. You was like, somebody told me about a light skinned nigga that could rap with bars.
Yeah. Hey, that's love, bro. I mean, I listen to
oh damn, man, he put it together that it was me, the light skinned nigga.
I was like, it has to be this nigga.
That's funny, man. Y'all not too much.
We went to school together. We were both making. Well, I think he was already making music.
Yeah.
I was just fondling it. My boy, he actually was already rapping, which is also a cameraman right now. Artist every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually. I started with him just fucking around, man, and like you probably already heard it, but you know, as I did one of my first songs, the first remix on the. You remember that song Forever? That Drake, man, I mean nothing.
Yeah. Attention.
And you know, they was on me hard, man. They was on me hard, bro. And, but you know, I took it as a learning lesson. Actually, I could have been like, man, I ain't doing this no more, but I was like, man, I get better. It's just, you know, it's my first time.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I would say also adding just to growing up in Bossier too. You know what I'm saying? It's a small city, like he said, so it's really like family to a lot of people. Like, you know, everybody and everybody mama, and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's real. Louisiana like that period too, though. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of family oriented when people know people and you welcome and stuff. It's cool too. But I agree with everything else he said about, you know, the adventures, especially as young, where we was doing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was open to people our age. It's kind of crazy when you think back about what we was doing. And the age we was doing it's like, damn.
It was too
it's
much.
Not normal.
Too much was
that shit no more, man. Like I growing up in North Carolina, like I remember we used to just get lost in the fucking woods, just going through the woods, just running around and shit with just, you know what I'm saying? Now them woods they done been knocked down, they done built some shit. They got, you know.
Alright, listen. If y'all tired of having all that drama in your interviews, asking all those stupid questions, not even taking the chance to get to know you, come interview with Country Fan Man.
And that's somebody's land and shit. Like we just go get lost doing crazy shit. So it's like I feel like because I feel like we around the same. I'm 32. Y'all 30, right? 31, 30, something around there. Yeah. So yeah, because I'm gonna talk about 92. But so but yeah, so it's like I feel like it's different these days, you know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers coming up, like you know, we came up in the time before the internet. Well, I mean, the internet was around, but the time before cell phones, and you had the whole world in your pocket. You had a question, y'all niggas was arguing about that shit for a week before a nigga was able to confirm that shit in a library somewhere. Like y'all was going back and forth about some shit versus being like, nah, bullshit, and you pull out your phone. You know what I'm saying?
And when you saw each other, it was an argument. Like, hey man, blah blah blah. Until it got, it was always an argument with each other.
Hell yeah, man. So like, being Southern artists, how do y'all feel like y'all been received from other places? I mean, for one, y'all in LA right now, so I feel like y'all definitely branching the fuck out. Y'all doing what that y'all need to do, but you know what I'm saying. But being Southern artists, how do y'all feel like other coasts, whether it be the North, the South, the Midwest, you know, I mean, not the South, the North, the West, you know, all these other places fuck with y'all music.
In the South, like as a collective, I think the South is has come up, man. I mean, it's as prominent as the other areas now in music. You know what I'm saying? Especially with
Oh, no, I mean y'all music specific. Like I mean like y'all's music, like 100. Like yeah, just specifically y'all's music. Like how do y'all feel like other people receive y'all's music?
Oh, that's a good question. So I stay at home. It's different. Everybody, specifically where we from, Bossier, is they think we different, like because we are. You know what I'm saying? When you hear, if you listen to the project from Bossier With Love, you wouldn't automatically associate, besides us repping Bossier, that it's from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Like it sound, in my opinion, it sound bigger. Like it could be put into the West Coast with some of the flows and it being chill like that and laid back.
Y'all switched it up. Y'all switched it up a lot. But then y'all got hits like "What's Understood" that literally be like, "Nah, these niggas is from Louisiana," and that shit.
That's the point. Yeah, you know, like nigga, don't forget where we from. Just because we can do this, this still in us, bro. Like, and that's what we be like. The point sometimes is to make just because people at home, you know what I'm saying? They be wanting that type of stuff, but we try to make it ours when we get on it because a lot of the stuff that sound like that on the up tempo beats is way more violent, aggressive. It's more about popping pills. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, and it's more street. So we found a way to make that one ours and still keep it us too with what we want to talk about, but feel like, oh shit, okay, it feel like, you know what I'm saying?
It still got a hit to it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the unfortunate paradox when I feel like when you're not trying to do that other shit, you know, no shade to anybody that's doing that shit, whether it's their life, it's not their life, they doing their thing. But when you actually trying to drop something that's not about that, people automatically think that it might be corny. But that ain't it, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. Like, listen, I feel blessed the fact that I heard this whole project before y'all niggas done heard it. So I'm trying to tell y'all, make sure that y'all motherfucker actually let me shut the fuck up. Promote y'all's project. When the fuck does it drop? Where can they hear it at? And name out some tracks, some singles from that motherfucker.
Yeah, well, June 12th is the drop date when it released. I think it's Monday, June 12th. And then right now, What's Understood, the single, it came out. It's out right now. It came out yesterday.
The remix, right?
Yeah, huh?
And a remix, right?
No, what's understood? That's one song. Yeah, it's not a remix.
It's not 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard a version with just 2 people. So the one that's out is with 3 people.
Yeah, you shouldn't have heard a version with 2 people.
Yeah, I heard a version with 2 people. I heard a version with just y'all 2, and then there's another one that y'all dropped that has 3 people on it.
Damn.
Like when I tell you I got the unmastered. I got the.
We never had a version with 2 people. You sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna send you what I have when we get online. Okay. I'm pretty sure y'all 2, but then I heard another one that was on YouTube that dropped, and it's y'all 2, and then I can't remember the other cat that's on. Yeah. But I heard one with just y'all 2.
Oh yeah, well it's us featuring Hula Baby Nino. So that's out right now, man. And that's what we pushing right now, just to warm up for the project. Because a lot of people, honestly, at this point, they ain't really know it was a project until like now. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't know what was going on. The way we sprinkled it in, it looked like we was working, but people like, what's going on? What's happening? Then we drop a song with Nino, and people like, okay, is it a song? And now it's just gonna be like, oh, okay, these niggas backdoor with a project too. So that's kind of how we rolled it in.
Yeah, them features go crazy too. Cause I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got your boy Nino, you got goddamn Kirko Bangs on one of them. Did I leak some shit? Did I leak some? Did I?
You good.
I can cut that out. If you need me to. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, hey, I was hyped, bro. I was hyped. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Everything on the track sounds amazing.
Would it be something you would listen to, like not because you know us type of thing? Like say you just like in the mood, I want to listen to this Franklin version today.
On some real shit though. On some real shit. Had I found it just organically, yeah. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I'm really not even gonna hold you because like it's not even just me, but like my wife, like my wife is also my EP, my executive producer. So like when I play some shit and she be like, what the fuck is that? Like, I know it's a motherfucking bop. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I listen to a lot of similar, you know, a lot of similar shit. Like, I don't know, Elevator J just dropped an album. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, you fuck with him from Charlotte. He just dropped an album. Y'all definitely got a, you know what I'm saying, a similar vibe. And that's just the type of shit that be on my playlist. I'm hella eclectic, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, in a real way, anybody that I bring on to my show, I try to make sure that I'm a fan of them before I actually bring them onto the platform, because there's nothing worse than bringing somebody onto the platform and being like, so y'all from the States, right? Y'all live here? Like, okay, cool. Y'all make music? You know what I'm saying? Just being on some weird shit. I don't know nothing about you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I really try my best to, you know what I'm saying, to research and you know, there's a lot of shit that I still gotta dive into, you know what I'm saying? I saw the 92 project and I started diving into that, and I had to stop myself because I was like, nah, let me stick on this. Let me stick on this joint project right now because y'all both have a crazy catalog. But anyways, I'm getting hella long with it. What I want to say, you know what I'm saying, kind of bring the full circle. What would be some advice that y'all could give to whether it's, you know what I'm saying, the next artist coming out from your city trying to do their thing that looks up to y'all, or from any city around the world, what would be y'all's advice to them?
First step is you gotta have your mind right.
Second step is you gotta have your grind tight. Nah, that honestly that's what it is.
That's from a song that you ain't heard, that's unreleased, but we got it in the vault. That's why it was like that. But yeah, man, I say first step, you gotta have your mind right, and you definitely gotta be ready to work and willing to invest. You can't be scared, man. You gotta always think bigger. I mean, we in LA, you know what I'm saying? I don't know another person. What about you that from our city that then came and is doing this type of stuff in LA? So first thing, you gotta think bigger than your where you at. You know what I'm saying? It start where you at always, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta always think bigger and not be afraid to go. Cause you never know. We just came out here on the whim. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we had a whole lot of resources here. because nobody come here from where we at. So they like we got but we can call and be like, hey, what's up? So we just out here about to make it work, and then we'll be able to put other people in position from our area and uplift as we climb. You know what I'm saying? That's really the mission. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Already, man. I fuck with that, man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, especially if you're in a position where you are one of the first, if not the only coming out of your position, like it's almost, you know, it's almost a responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to kind of look back. I think Simba said it best. He was like, when rappers say that they're not role models, they bitching. And you know what I'm saying, he you know, he came off a little hard with it, but hey, I feel the sentiment, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like every rapper, every person that's in that light, somebody's looking up to you. And the fact that y'all carrying the torch from the jump, just being like, hey, ain't nobody else out here. So we out here and we know what I'm saying, we gonna light the way. I appreciate that about y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why like it was truly a pleasure having y'all on the platform for sure. And you know what I'm saying, seeing KFN podcast on y'all's media release was dope. It's not just one sided, you know what I'm saying? Like this is affirmation for me just as much as I hope it is affirmation for y'all that y'all are doing dope shit out here. And before we sign off, just let everybody know where they can follow y'all. Let everybody know where they can hear y'all's music. And just one more time, shout out y'all's project that's about to drop.
Definitely. Once again, it's Burgy. You can follow me on Instagram at the real Burgy, Burgy. Streaming platform is Burgy. It's Burgy.
For me, it's Trelo, and that's TRELOW on Instagram and everywhere streaming. You can put in Trelo, you'll find me. And for Twitter, it's at Trelo D2W, like the number 2W, as in determine to win. And once again, the project dropped June 12th from Bossier With Love. Y'all stay tuned, check it out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear some good music, man, just check us out. You know what I'm saying? And if you like it, tell a friend and tell a friend. It's just the power of one. You know what I'm saying? You tell one person, they tell one person, it turns into a million. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying you gotta build that shit up. I fuck with that, y'all, man. Like once again, man, I really do appreciate y'all coming out to the platform, man. I do fuck with y'all. I fuck with the project. I fuck with what y'all
So
going
you
on.
gotta tell a friend too. Like
Trust me, I'm on it, man. I'm trying to say I'm gonna blast this motherfucker. We going up, bro. Podcast, not the podcast. I'm telling motherfuckers to fuck with you, man. So y'all keep doing y'all's thing, man. Country Fan Mail Podcast. Everybody that's tapped in, you already know what's going on. If you haven't already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button because if you don't, you motherfucking tripping. We out here.